Hello. Welcome back to the Waste of Games podcast. As always, I'm one third of your host, Keith, joined by
Declan
and
Craig.
Yeah. It's been not been that eventful in gaming this week, but we're all big PlayStation fanboys here.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd start with the Stay Play. Everyone saw that, right?
No.
Stay Play? Oh.
I mean, I was going to watch it. I genuinely was going to. And I saw like little bits from it.
Yeah.
But I was with Annabelle last night. I completely forgot.
Oh, okay.
I watched it.
Yeah, okay. There was you didn't miss too much, to be honest.
Yeah, it was very short.
Yeah. It was very short.
Disappointing as well.
But there was some standout games from there. You did see one, Sifu.
I saw that. I saw it this morning. It was the first thing I woke up to. I saw the trailer in my YouTube. I was like, damn. I was like, this looks dope.
I figured we'd start with that one. Because it looks like, I don't know if you've ever played Absolver.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's great. It was. Is it still free? It was.
I'm not sure. But I've got anyway.
What even is it? I've never even heard of it.
It's like a martial arts game, but like you just make your own. Essentially, you take moves from just all over the place and just make your own martial arts, and then you go beat people's ass. And there's like little bosses, and they have like special moves and stuff, and you can beat their ass. It's from the people that made that game, essentially, which is like it's a kung fu game of some sort, and it looks real cool.
Yeah. Isn't it Absolver Online as well, multiplayer?
Sifu?
No,
Absolver.
Absolver.
Yeah, Absolver's multiplayer. Sifu, I'm not too sure about.
I think it's single player Sifu. It looks it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's fine with me. Looks great.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw that character design immediately. I was like, oh, this looks dope. The way he changes and everything, I was like, damn.
Look great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ready for it. Like, again, these indie looking games which PlayStation are shoving out. I love them.
I know. I watched, like I said, I tried to catch up on some of the State of Play before today. And the first thing I saw was that Annapurna logo. I was like, damn.
Everywhere.
About.
The A24 of games, like I say. They're just about doing this, doing that. There was Knockout City. I don't know if you saw that one.
Saw bits of it. I just kind of skipped through it because I thought it looked kind of like same way like a lot of games being made now. Like I saw it was like Rocket Arena and stuff, and it just I don't know. I think they're so oversaturated. I just see anything in that kind of vein. I'm like, no, yeah. I'm not watching that.
There's a lot of them. It did look fun though. It's a dodgeball game from EA, which looks we'll see. It's EA in it. You can never beat EA in sports. Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
That's another episode. That's a whole episode. Don't worry. We'll get into FIFA.
I don't even want to get into FIFA.
I know.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about FIFA on the podcast, man. It just makes me angry.
Turn into hate.
It brings me down.
And no one wants to hear that kind of negativity. You know what I mean? On a Sunday afternoon, no one wants that.
It's ruin your day like it ruins our lives.
Let's stop talking about this. This is making me mad. Just talking about it. There was Deathloop. Deathloop as well.
Great.
To be fair, when I first saw like the trailer for that drop, I thought it looked dope. I haven't played much of like Dishonored or anything. Like I played a little bit of the first one because I bought it cheap on my PlayStation. I started to play a bit, but then a flurry of games come out. Like I actually think I got God of War around about that time and just stopped playing Dishonored. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I saw it, I wasn't sold. I was like, this looks okay. I was like, this just looks like a colorful Dishonored.
Literally, yeah.
But then, yeah, that third trailer looked so sick, especially with the music as well.
I'm
very easy to to catch with some nice music. A little bit of Georgia Smith, never heard one as well. So I'm there. There was Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Coming at PlayStation 5 upgrade
March
for free, but then there's also the day after today. It's coming on the
PlayStation
free games.
Plus. Yeah,
that's so crazy though, because it's not even been a year since it came out. Plus, it was like a contender for Game of the Year. There wasn't too much else that really. Soul Ash, which looked, I've been interested in. I don't know if you guys have been caring about it. It's from the guys that did Hyper Light Drifter, another indie game. There's a lot of indie games. I keep seeing people call it the Indie Station 5. As an insult, I'm like, fuck you. It's great. It's a good thing.
I played the Hyperdrive. I don't think, I don't know, Solar Ash looked okay. And it didn't really get me excited. I was like, yeah.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think it looks so cool. One that did bum me out though is Kana. Bridge of Spirits. I've been looking forward to that game for so long, and then they put another trailer doing the state of play, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. Every time they showed something, I was like, yes, more, more. And then they hit me with, I was like, give me the date, give me the date right now. And they were like, August. Punch in the dick.
That's not that long. That's
6 months, is it not?
You know, you don't want to rush it. Just let them do that thing, innit?
I don't really have a choice.
Well, yeah, you don't. But you don't have a choice. But I'm just saying, man, be thankful that they're spending time on the game.
True.
Music sounded great.
So, I know. It's a small team as well, I'm pretty sure. But, oh well. I'm looking forward to that. But, yeah, those were just some of the upcoming games. But in terms of exclusives, what's coming out this year? Gran Turismo's been delayed, so not that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's been delayed. Like Hogwarts Legacy was supposed to be this year. That's been delayed. God of War 2 is always next year, right? Surely.
I think it's this year.
I don't know if anyone...
I think it's going to be this year.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I don't know if
End
anyone...
of the year.
This man.
The one man believes it's this year.
Only man
Can we
believes.
talk about, actually, while we're on about God of War, Keith.
Hey, it was,
the asshole.
It was a little bit of...
Scared me and Declan last week. Like, Corey Barr, like, isn't working on it. We both lost our shit.
I immediately started to cry.
He lied. He is working on it.
My bad. A little bit of misunderstanding
They
there.
spit on me all the time today.
Don't believe everything you read on Twitter, kids.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. Luckily, I didn't, put that out to the universe, into the internet.
No, Craig decided to instead. He decided to out you on here.
Throw me in there.
What you get?
Along with my misinformation. Fair enough.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think the second one would be the same without him.
No.
No, yeah, it's his story, isn't it? The first one was about him and his son.
Mm.
This one, I think, has to carry on. Great.
First one was something else. I only recently got around to playing it. I played it the first lockdown. Man, I was like, I bought it for my dad originally because I thought it'd be a game he'd be into. And it was something that never really it took my attention, of course it did, but it wasn't something like I felt like I needed to play. I was playing a lot of other stuff at the time.
Yeah.
He played it, was obsessed with it, and got me to play it. I spent an entire week during that first lockdown just grinding on it, and man, I had so much fun.
Mm-hmm. I love that game.
Yeah.
You played it when it dropped, right?
Yeah. I was hesitant because, I've never been a big God of War fan going into it. But, that first trailer, I was like, oh, this looks pretty dope. I got excited when they revealed it because it just looked cool. Big ass bald man coming through that door.
The music as well.
The music, the fans as well, just going absolutely crazy when they realized. I was like, huh, fair enough. It looks pretty good, and I played it for myself as well.
Yeah.
I was hesitant until I saw the reviews drop as well. Everyone was just saying game of the generation this, game of the generation that. I was like, I'll be the judge of that. Yeah,
And they
we'll
were
see.
right.
We'll see about that. And
I pre-ordered it. So I was like, yeah. I didn't play the originals until I got my PlayStation 4 because obviously I had Xbox, but I like them. This one, as soon as it dropped, I pre-ordered. I was like, yep. I had faith, and listen, they delivered, didn't it?
They did. They did. What a game! I think one of my favorite things about it was just going around I can't remember if it was all the time, but when you'd be just paddling around in that little boat, and Mimir's just telling stories.
Telling those tales,
Yeah, I'll just stop and listen.
Lovely.
Just all the time.
It was funny you mentioned that because I remember there was this period where I was trying to clean up all the trophies and stuff to get the platinum. I remember there was one bit where I went onto the beach. He was like, "I'll continue this story later, Larry." And then I got back on the boat, and he's like, "As I was saying," and I pulled up to another beach. He was like, "Guess I'll continue that story later." It was hilarious. And as soon as he started to tell his story, he'd get 3 words into it before I pulled up on another beach, and he just had to stop immediately. I felt bad for the guy. I was like, man, I might stop in a minute just to let him finish his damn story.
I stopped every time. I just put my feet up, just listen. Story time with that little flowing head.
Yeah, I love that game. It was so fun, and the acting was something else, right? What performances those guys put on. It really was something else.
Christopher Judge. We just appreciate Christopher Judge. He got
Yeah.
built for this role. Underappreciated. lovely. He said it was an ode to his kids as well. Fantastic. Well done, Christopher Judge. I know you're not listening because you know.
Maybe one day we'll
well
have him on
done
the
you.
podcast. After Troy, of
you
course.
were great.
After Troy, of course, yeah.
But yeah. Sonny as well.
Chili,
He plays
Chili.
Loki. Yeah. Seen him in some Netflix thing actually.
Was it the
Yeah,
mid 90s? Yeah.
Oh, I've been
Yeah,
meaning to
yeah.
watch
Weird.
that for ages. It's Jonah Hill's directing debut, isn't it?
I'm not sure how old he is in that movie, but there's a scene where it's like basically making out with this girl who's like, I want to say like early 20s or something. And I was like, this is weird. Like, what's going on here? Like, I was like, I'm pretty sure even if it's acting, this kid is like 13, 14. And I was like, I guess we'll just pretend I didn't see
Get
this
paid
part
for that
of the
stuff, I
movie. It was
guess.
the weirdest part of the whole movie. The rest of it was great. And I was like, huh.
Hollywood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to God of War.
Back to God of War.
That was a weird movie.
It's a
God.
weird detour. Ew.
Speaking of films, though, the cinematography of God of War was something else. That was the one thing that impressed me. I was like, because is it all like one shot?
Yeah.
I was mad impressed when I was playing. I was like, oh, I like this.
It's all great, isn't it? The cinematography, the combat, the over-the-shoulder camera, yeah. The Leviathan axe. Blades make
that
a
axe.
return.
Bruh.
Great.
What a good idea. I don't know whose idea that was, but spot on.
I spent literally like 15 minutes throwing it off the side of that
Yeah.
bridge and just bringing it back. And I was trying to get it to throw, and just as it was about to touch the water, just go shunk and bring it back. Man, it was fun to just sit there and throw it.
They nailed it. Like, it's so
Fun.
satisfying.
It's fun pinning people. And just watching my ear, bitch. And then beating her. And like, ah, come here.
Man.
And then Avengers copied them. Tried to do it with Thor's hammer. Kind of got it right, but it's not as fun.
What are you expecting from Ragnarok?
I just think more. I think we're going to get, like, the boss fights were great, but I think this time it's going to be better. It's going to be so excited, bro.
Man. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm not sure, because you think they're going to take us all the way to Odin in the second one, or they're going to do what they did with the other ones and just, like,
I think
make,
they'll
like,
be
three games?
It'll be like a trilogy.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
And then, because they showed off, didn't they, in the game, like the other gods of war, like the symbols, didn't they, where they could take it. So I think if it does well, it can be like I said, a new franchise and just make more.
Well, like you say,
Please
this one's called Ragnarok, right? This
Mhm.
one, the second one.
Yeah.
They could just finish off the Norse
Yeah.
bit there and move on to something completely different. They should finish it with Ragnarok and then move on, which would be interesting. Because there's talks of, like, you saw on the mural, right, that Kratos dies.
Yeah.
So, like,
No.
they could finish it in the second one,
No.
or you can continue with something else. Like, I don't even know.
Ah,
But man, I'm just excited to see where they go, to be honest.
I'm eager to beat Thor's ass. They were talking
Ooh.
about it the whole game.
How much of an
Yeah.
asshole he was.
Exactly. And
Not
then-
even met the man, but you can smell it, innit?
Yeah.
He's a dick. Dickhead to his kids.
And then they're just like, nope, you ain't fighting him this time.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think we're ready for that fight, bro.
True.
I can
True.
already smell he's gonna beat our ass.
I just love the way they spoke about, like, the other gods. Like, just the dialogue was so well done. It felt so real. Like, just the way they were like, yeah, Thor's a real ass. It was just funny to me.
It was some drunken piece of shit.
Yeah, they just
I
made the
love
gods seem like superhuman at the same time.
Yeah,
It was really well done.
I love it.
But yeah, even like the villains of the first God of War was really interesting. Like Baldur, that entire storyline there with Freya as well, it was just so well done. Like I was just sat there on the edge of my seat the entire time. And, like the whole thing with the arrows as well, how she freaked out about those. And it came back and you found out why, and you were like, oh my God. Like,
Wow.
the way they linked everything, not only just the story in itself, but like the gameplay, the soundtrack, like everything linked so well. It was just such a really well done project.
What do you think the boss fight is going to be like against her?
Who?
Because she's kind of pissed.
Freya. Oh yeah,
she
but I
wanted
don't know.
to kill
She's
us.
a Valkyrie, isn't she?
Yeah, she wanted to kill us at the end. But I'm curious what that boss fight's going to be, because I remember that big ass turtle thing.
Mm.
And I'm
Oh
wondering if-
shit!
I want to see a fight with that big
I
turtle.
want to kill it.
Yeah,
What? You want to kill that?
Hey, if I have to.
Snap its neck.
This man didn't say have to. This man's excited about
Yeah,
wanting to
listen,
fight.
big ass animal. I want to fight it. I like the odds. I want to feel like a god, bro.
Man, he seems chilling. He seems like he'd be friendly, you know, like down for a cup of tea or something.
I don't know,
what
bro.
Do you mess with his mum?
Freya's pissed.
Yeah. They set that up real nice.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fight her, but
I don't know, yeah.
anybody
Depends,
can
isn't
get
it? Like I said, maybe Kratos will change. Maybe he'll take a beating from her and just let her get it all out of her system.
Nah.
No, definitely not.
Nah.
You know?
When do you think it's coming out, though?
This year, I have faith.
Nah.
They said this year,
Nah.
so why not? They could have just said next year. You know what I mean? So I think this year.
True, but
We're not getting a big exclusive this year, otherwise are we?
bro, it's just that's the way the world is now, bro. This coronavirus thing. Everyone saw what happened to Cyberpunk and went, yeah, I don't want that shit at all.
No, they've got no excuse. They're working on that game for too long. I don't give a shit.
Plus, the February patch has been delayed too, which sucks.
To be fair, they did get hacked. I do give them their dues. They got hacked, didn't they? So I feel sorry for them, but
Yeah, it's not going great for those guys that
Yeah,
see
it's
the
not.
is it?
Just gone from bad to worse,
Mm.
and then went back up for a bit, and then back down again.
This is where it'll be some unlucky shit like the thing that happened to those guys in No Man's Sky where that office floods or something.
Oh yeah.
Like just when the whole world's against you, just more shit
Literally.
arrives on your doorstep. It just feels like one of those situations for those guys.
Yeah, I think that game's right. I don't want to write it off already, but
what?
Cyberpunk.
To be honest, man, I don't care anymore.
Neither do I, to be honest.
I just kind of like, Like I was looking, I have the collector's edition. I looked at it the other day, and I was just kind of like,
At least you got a cool trophy, bro.
man, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool like statue. I also don't have anywhere to fucking put it anyway, so it's like laying on this box that's just chilling at the side of my room. And every morning I wake up, it's just a reminder. I look at that V on that bike, and I'm like, ah, damn it.
It's a tabletop L.
Literally,
It's
man.
just for your desk. Yeah, moving on. We've talked about Cyberpunk. I can't see God of War coming out anytime before December 2022.
No.
Not even. 2023 early.
And even then,
Maybe.
What?
Mo-
You man need to chew on it.
You're
Have
crazy.
some goddamn faith.
Faith means shit.
No.
It doesn't mean
It's because
anything.
you've been banned by fucking CD. I have faith in
Does
Santa
it?
Monica.
You're a crazy person. Listen, they
I just-
announced when did they say 2021?
Yeah.
That was in July, wasn't it?
yeah.
They showed it, didn't they, when they showed the PlayStation stuff at the end of last year?
No chance.
They were like 2021.
There's no chance.
They were working on
I
that.
completely disagree.
As soon as they were doing the first one, I know they were working on the second.
Yeah, but that's still 2 years.
I mean, they haven't
No
got to
chance.
add much, have they? World's there. Ready.
Craig, I think you're just delusional, man.
I think we'll get Spider. I think we're gonna get Spider-Man next year. I'm
What?
ready.
That's more believable than God of War.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we'll get
You
God of War
think?
end of this year
Yeah.
and Spider-Man
No,
next year.
bro, I think we're gonna wait till like again 22, 23.
Late
What?
2022, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because that one's more understandable. It's still just New York.
Exactly. What
True,
more can you
But
add?
like, God of War, on the other hand,
But they might expand beyond like Manhattan.
yeah.
Yeah, Queens. I think.
Yeah. But that's just hard to like swing around. You're not swinging about in Queens here. You know what I mean?
just running around.
Yeah. Maybe you have a moped.
Pizza
time.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah. Listen, Craig, I just think you're delusional, bro. First Polish rock star. First Polish rock star.
Whoa, hey.
You don't see the girl from Seasons is a girl. And now you're saying God of War 2021.
Let me get out from behind this coat rack.
I'm just getting so excited, bro. I don't see it.
I'm just a hopeful person, and
You have a lot of faith.
I like the optimism. I
Yeah.
think it brings a lot of positivity to the group.
because you are so negative. You know what I mean?
We'll see, innit? I hope you're right.
To be honest, I'm gonna look like the biggest mug when it drops in November and he pulls
I'm
up
just
this
gonna
podcast.
Have a little face like drinking quick tea. Oh,
What was that?
Yeah, I really hope you're right. Till then, I'm gonna be playing Ratchet and Clank till something comes out. I guess we ain't got much to work with. We ain't got much to work with this year.
No.
Besides indie games. So for me, that's a lot. That's a lot for me. But AAA wise, everyone's timid right now.
It's Horizon, isn't it, this year?
Ooh.
That's how.
They said 2021, but I'm not sure.
Is there a release date for it, is there not?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is it just 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything I'm looking forward to seems to just have like a question mark over release dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy. I don't think it's going to be like an astonishing game.
Yeah.
Nothing groundbreaking.
But I do want to play it. It looks fun.
It's a Harry Potter game.
Yeah, it's just something Harry Potter that I'm looking forward to, you know? It'll get me back into my like 14, 15-year-old nerd self and I'll love it. What else? Like season, listen, we spoke about it last podcast. I'm even more excited now a week on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went away, watched some more Studio Ghibli stuff. And man, I want to play it so bad. But I mean, I think the main thing to look forward to now is Horizon 2. That seems like it's going to be the next thing that's going to drop, like AAA wise.
Yeah.
You still need to play the first one.
I need to finish the first one. I got all the way up until there's like this. Listen, you ain't played this. So I don't want to say too much, but
I don't care.
There's this
Honestly,
form
I
of
don't
it.
care.
There's an attack, right? And you have this massive like bullet, like a machine gun or whatever. It shoots like these balls out, and you're just getting bombarded with all these different machines.
Oh, yeah.
I got as far as that, stopped because I was at college and I was doing a lot of work at the time. Went back to video game, and at that point, a bunch of other stuff would come out. I was like, Horizon was great. I think I had a particularly rough financial month at one point and was like, screw it, I'm going to sell some games and just never went back.
Yeah, it's hard to enjoy games when you're poor.
It is.
They're just not as fun, are they? You're like, wow, I'm really running around getting my ass beat on FIFA while I'm a couple £100 in debt. Why am I doing this?
That's the thing, especially when you're getting your ass beat. I remember a few months ago, I was on UFC 4 and people were kicking my ass. And not only did it hurt, because like I feel like fighting games just hurt more when you're getting beat up, especially as a man. Like it's a personal thing, innit? When you get ass knocked out and you just sat there staring at your limp body, it hurts. But then knowing how much of a bum you are when you got minus £230 in your bank account, you're like, you just feel like the biggest bum on the planet.
That was Mortal Kombat. You never played it, have you? Online.
No, again.
You're in a corner, you're getting juggled. Put your pad down. Bums like they're doing 100 hit, just juggling me. I'm like, well, sit here.
I stay away from those games because the skill gap can be immense.
They're decent at it, putting you in matches with, it's your win ratio. So like, if you're dead, you'll be fighting other dead people. But even then, like,
yeah, but that's the problem when you start to string together wins and they put you in with someone that knows their shit a little too much. That's the problem.
On board. I like it. I love it. It's a great game.
Makes or breaks you.
Yeah.
It broke me years ago. Never been back ever since.
Literally, I bought UFC 4. I was messing around with the career mode. I was having so much fun in the career mode. But the problem is in the career mode is I'll go for a high enough level, bro. I'm not getting pieced up by some computer, you know what I mean? I don't want to get taken to the ground and submitted by the computer. That shit hurt.
Yeah, bro. That's all they do, innit?
So I was just throwing like those haymakers, bro, knocking people out left, right, and center. I go into online thinking that shit will correlate. Yeah, it does not, bro. People were just ragging me about it online, and it hurt.
When they pull out the eraser on you, Costa, and there's just literally nothing you can do because he's punching through you. You put your hands up, he punches through your hands.
That's the thing, bro. Like, I remember I was fighting Israel Adesanya. Bro, it just felt like he just kept hitting me with like jabs, straights, hooks, and like his stamina was not going. I basically tried to move and throw like a counter uppercut or something or a counter hook. Bro, it just, for some reason, when you're getting hit, you can't throw attacks. It just cancels your attacks. That's what pisses me off. It's like, I've seen people getting hit and hitting back. How many Max Holloway fights you watch? You see he stands there and just, Cody Garbrandt, it don't work for him that much, but you know what I mean? But man, you just can't do it on those games. They just punish you for even trying. You get your ass knocked out straight away.
Somehow wound up back at EA Sports games.
And we said we wouldn't, and we got mad.
It's a decent game.
They find a way.
Fight games. Fight night, bro. We need a fight night.
Don't.
We need a fight night, bro. That game's fucking awesome.
It feels like I've been waiting my whole life for a new fight night game, but
I think if we get one, Xbox exclusive.
Oh, I'll riot.
Oh yeah,
I'll riot.
Skate and then that.
Oh, man.
We're getting a skate as well, aren't we?
Eventually.
I remember they announced it, didn't they, last year? Like, oh yeah, we're making one.
They were basically like, we're gonna start making skate now. Skate 4. I was like, thanks for telling me, bro.
To be fair, in that entire thing, it seemed like the dudes that were there to announce it had just found out that Skate were coming back. It was like they got a call and was like, hey, listen, someone dropped out of our conference later on. We're going to need you to come in and announce Skate. They're like, we're doing Skate? They're like, fuck it, we got nothing else, do it. And they just came on and just announced it.
Got beer in their hand, pissed. Hey.
They were so excited about it, which I loved. But yeah, you can tell that they've literally just started.
We'll get it in 2030.
Dusted off the computers.
Which might be a problem, because if that game comes out in the next year or two, you might know that it's not going to be what you wanted.
I don't think people are going to care.
Yeah, true.
A decent skateboarding, because Skater XO, that's the only skateboarding game. Well, Tony Hawk's, but they're not skate, are they?
I'm not going to lie to you. Ever since playing Skate XL, I'm not sure if I can go back to the other skating games.
Shut up. Don't lie to us.
Have you played Skate XL?
I played it for like 2 minutes. I was like, this is shit.
Yeah, but the controls wise.
Yeah,
when you play after a while, it's just so much better than the other ones.
All right, you're going to go back to Skate like
I'm going to go back to it.
Like it's
lying.
your ex. You'll be like, there, ready, bro. Come on, bro. That game looks
I'm going to go back because it's Skate 4.
Yeah, just for the name, innit? It's Skate. You're going to go back for it. But the problem is you might get in there and go, yeah, I'm going right back to Skate XL.
Yeah, this feels like a toy.
Okay, bet. We'll make a bet. I guarantee that doesn't happen. I'm
not putting money in it. I ain't
no
got money
bet.
to
We'll
put
just
on
make
it,
it like a wager. Like, if you do it, if you don't go back, if you go back to Skate XL, I'll, I don't know, punch myself in the face.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, there you go. But
Nice.
If you enjoy skating, you don't go back to it, I get to knock your glasses off your face. Because that seems like it'd be fun. Just when they're like fall.
Wait, so you're not even going to hit him hard? You just want to
not
knock
hard.
the
Just like
off?
knock them off, innit? Because that's funny. When people just fall their glasses, like, oh shit.
Not funny at all.
Especially Keith.
Mad.
Like, have you ever seen him trip and his glasses fall off? It looks hilarious because he always tries to cover it.
I love what this man says if it's a common thing. Like, you know that thing he does when he trips and his glasses comes off?
Like at Ashton, like just when his glasses fall off.
Those were old times. I got better glasses now.
It's fantastic.
These stick on my head now.
You guys were mentioning Fight Night. I was watching, you guys watch Martial Mind, right? I know you do.
Yeah.
He's talking about this esports boxing club, which is essentially like this new,
boxing game.
Yeah, smaller boxing game. They're supposed to have really good mechanics, like the movement's supposed to be really good. They're working on it a lot now, and it's looking pretty good, to be honest. Like, it's still early in development, that's for sure. But I think there's something there.
I saw it I want to say 3 years ago. I haven't looked at it since.
To be honest, I saw it a couple months ago. I was watching a little bit of because Marshall Mind did a video on it and he was basically playing around with it. I think that's the best place for everyone to check it out is on YouTube, Marshall Mind. He's done some stuff and he did a video recently on it that I haven't yet watched, but it looks pretty good. Again, I'm not an expert on it. Like I said, I haven't looked too deep in on it, but if anyone out there is a big boxing fan, a fight fan, esports boxing club, that seems to be a new game on the rise.
The streets need another boxing game.
Mm-hmm.
It's been too long. And I was never happy leaving Fight Night Champion. Getting my ass beaten online by Isaac Frost, that bald scumbag. That beautiful bald scumbag with his blue eyes. Okay, that just wasn't fair for starters. What was your guy's name again?
Human man.
Andre, is it Ward? Bishop, that's it.
Yeah, Bishop.
In what world is that a fair fight? He's clearly not a heavyweight.
Rocky.
That's like a super ultra heavyweight. This man's 6'5" and just muscle. And the first round, when you do eventually fight him, they're just don't get knocked out.
Yeah.
You can't hurt him.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like Cotton Khan.
Yeah.
just dodge.
They're just survive the first round and then figure it out. And then you go online and people can use him. And it's just ridiculous.
What was the online like?
It was a lot of fun, but there was the championship aspect, meaning there's one champion. And if he had the belt, then you had to beat him to get the belt. If you wanted to be champion in whatever weight class you were in, you'd have to find that guy and beat his ass.
Mad.
And I loved that until, the guy would just win it.
Yeah.
and then disappear for a couple months.
Because that was to get the platinum as well. I remember watching a video that to get the platinum, you had to get it.
So if you won it, you could just turn off your console and never play again, and you got it.
I think they would eventually reset it, but I have no idea what the time was.
Man.
And I don't know if their servers even open anymore, so you could have just took the belt and ran.
Done a Khabib on it. Like, I'm retiring now, guys.
I'm keeping my perfect record. Goodbye. Yeah, but I always found that hilarious that you literally had to beat his ass. To be the champion, you gotta beat the champion.
That's not the phrase. But yeah.
What is the phrase then?
To be the best, you gotta beat the best. That's the phrase.
Is that not the same thing?
No, it's not. He said champion, the best. Best person isn't always the champion, you know what I mean? Khabib ain't the best.
But to beat the champion,
Khabib.
you do indeed need to beat the champion. Actually, that's some Tyson Fury shit right there. The lineal heavyweight champion is like, you didn't beat me, so it doesn't count. Okay, maybe you're right. Okay, yeah, you're right. I can see that. Man, yeah. More boxing games.
Mm.
I'm sick of EA just grabbing licenses and just holding them hostage. It's disgusting.
Look at Star Wars, yeah.
Especially if they're not going to do anything with it. Like, we play pro clubs because we just enjoy football and it's fun to do.
It's the best mode too.
Well, no one wants to play Ultimate Team because it's literally proven that it's pay to win. Like, if you don't put in your card details, those cards that you have just get marked down eventually by newer and better cards.
Mm-hmm.
And they actively go out of their way to make sure that you lose in order for you to buy more packs. So it's come out. All this stuff has come out. Like, I was seeing Youngya do videos on it and stuff. Like, it's clear as day that they're doing it. It's obvious. And yet, as FIFA fans still buy their fucking game. And no one says anything. The problem is, even if we were to talk about it and be like, hey, we're not buying 22, we'll boycott it. There's no way everyone's going to boycott it.
No.
There's going to be normal dudes out there that just don't care and they just enjoy their FIFA games. So we're not going to get an improvement unless someone else comes out there and makes a football game, but it's not going to have the licensing.
Yeah, no one's going to play PES as well. Let's be real.
Play it again. Like, I bought 21, 20. It's okay, but like I said, no license. They offer it on their website. You can download it and install it, but I'd never find the right USB to do it.
The thing is, I remember seeing you can make your plan in PES, and it's so detailed, it's ridiculous. I was like, wow, this is everything I've wanted in pro clubs for the past 10 years, in the character creator anyway. And it's just right there on PES. If they had pro clubs, that's where I would be.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's just there in the game that
they're working on it, aren't they, at the minute? So they might.
True.
I think they might.
Oh, they actually? I haven't seen
so.
anything.
Yeah, they didn't release a PES this year, did they? They just added the new kits to the old one, which is what FIFA do every year.
They charge for a £20 upgrade.
Oh, I saw that on the thing.
Yeah. Roma edition. Yeah. Barcelona edition. Fuck off.
Yeah, they were like, we're going to make a next-gen game from the ground up for 2022.
I think FIFA's going to do that.
I
think they will. No, I think they are going to make a new engine for a new FIFA. Not yet, but they will.
I'm sick of the Frostbite engine anyway, to be honest, just in general.
It's so garbage.
It's just getting progressively worse now, isn't it? Because it doesn't make sense. For fuck's sake.
The AI, I think that's what ruins the most of the AI. It's just so dumb.
Mm.
The amount of clips I've saved of just the EAI just being absolutely garbage. Just from yesterday alone, to be honest. Man, I could make a whole video on it, but I'm not going to do that. It angers me too much. To the point where you just have to laugh about it.
That's all you can do, because they're never going to change it. Ever. But here we are, still bitching about it. We said we wouldn't talk about it, and here we are. 40 minutes in the podcast, and it's brought up again.
Man, what a game. What a company.
But I'm still going to buy it every year.
But they may be terrible at making sports games, but their little smaller subdivision indie games aren't too bad. There's one coming out next month from Hazelight. It Takes Two. And I'm really excited about that one. It's the one from the guys that made A Way Out.
Ah, yes. I remember. Yeah, but I think you spoke about that.
Yeah.
It Takes Two, yeah.
It looks so good. Because, what's his name? Joseph Fares. He's a great guy. He's hilarious. And anything he makes just seems to be gold. You haven't played Thingy, have you?
I haven't played Brothers. Me and you played A Way Out. Me and Keith one night It was when we just moved into this house. We stayed up all night playing A Way Out just to get the platinum trophy on my account. And man, that was fun. Because I didn't realize that the ending is literally left up to you guys, literally on gameplay. Whoever wins that fight there determines the ending of the story. I won, but I think Keith was going easy on me, bro.
You beat his ass.
Easy on me, bro.
He's a bum. That's twice.
I could tell. He was holding back a bit.
Aye, let you win.
I think he let me win, innit?
I was trying my hardest, actually.
Wait, who was you? Was you Leo or Vinny?
Bro, who was I?
Leo the nose.
No, I was Vincent, right?
Vincent.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was Vincent.
Yeah, I was Leo.
It's a fun game, bro. I love it.
It's so good.
So stupid and fun.
Such a great idea as well.
Yeah.
And it looks great as well.
Yeah.
Just the way, like, I love the fact that I can see myself on your side of the screen walking past. Just the way you can both, like, interact within the same space. And, like, just that. It really opened up a new door for, like, co-op games in, like, the modern day.
That's why I think the next one's going to be so good, because it just looks ridiculous. Huh? No, just a new game. Sorry, that's what I meant. It Takes Two. And it looks pretty chaotic. There's just a lot going on. But, yeah, they seem to really, really care about co-op games. I'm a big fan of them as devs, because I mentioned it because we were talking about EA. Despite EA's aggressive bullshit, like, Hazelight is like a little EA company, but Joseph Ferris, the guy in charge, has basically gone out of his way to make sure that they don't do any of that to his games. From the fact that you can play A Way Out with just one copy of the game, you can literally just share that, and they're doing that with the next one as well. I just find that really cool. It's refreshing when you then look over the other side of that big EA wall and you see FIFA running rampant, and it's like, ugh, how is this in the same? Ugh, I don't.
Under the same banner, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's crazy to me. But yeah, I think on that note, on that slightly wholesome note, we're gonna end this one here. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Before I go, if you want to support the podcast, we recently opened up a Patreon page.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much
I don't know how to take that. Thank you very much for joining us today. Bye bye.